I've ruined so many friendships in the past. That's the honest truth. And most of the mistakes I was making, I didn't even realize I was doing it. We're going to talk about it today because maybe you've already lost people, unfortunately, but maybe you're still making some of these mistakes right now, and maybe that's why we're having a hard time making new friends. So this mistake, I feel like, is a big one. It's relying on your friends for everything. Yes, your friends are your friends for a reason. They are a part of your support system. You should be able to talk to them. You should be able to go to them when you have a problem or anything like that. But I feel like sometimes we tend to divulge all our problems on our friends, and that can be very overwhelming. Your friends are humans too. They have their own lives, they have their own burdens, and they have their own issues, and to constantly be pouring that onto them. I feel like in the past I have transferred multiple roles to the same person that's supposed to be just my friend. You know, your friend is not your mom, your dad, your teacher, your relationship expert, your cab driver, your pastor, your phone crisis counselor. Yes, well, it should be a mutually beneficial situation where you're helping them, they're helping you. But sometimes it can be overwhelming to keep pouring out all these issues onto the same person. So I think the healthy thing to do is to create a support system that involves multiple people and not just your group of friends. For example, if you're a parent and your friends aren't parents, yes, they care about you and your family and your children, but they're not experts in all of the problems that you're having with family. So it'll be best to seek a family counselor or something like that. Maybe having a therapist. And then you can talk to that person about a lot of the challenges that you're having, and then they'll be giving you solutions. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. I just think sometimes we put so much of our problems, the same problems, on the same person, and it just kind of turns them off over time. If you want to stick around after the video, just hop on over to Patreon. I am hoping to build a community there and do a lot of fun activities where we can meet and socialize. I'm going to start out with video hangouts and video events and eventually transition into live events. So come on over after the video, and once we have enough people, we're going live. Another mistake that I made is not realizing that you can't have the same bad habits over and over, continuously display those bad habits, and just pass it off as, oh, they know me, or oh, they're my friend. A really bad habit that I had, or have still, I still struggle with this, but we're talking about in the context of friendships. I was always late to things, and it was bad. So my thing is like, oh, you know I'm gonna come. Like, I gave you my word, I'm coming. But I'm coming halfway through the birthday dinner. I'm late. Like, people already left when I arrive. It looks bad. And I'm not there for the majority of the celebration, so I'm not in the memories, you know? I'm in the tail end of the photo when the birthday person's already drunk. I'm not contributing to the setup in the beginning. I'm not doing these things. And how am I making these people around me feel? The thing is, your friends, the people around you, they want to feel respected. They want to feel valued. They want to feel like their time is important. And so having the same bad habits over and over is a form of communicating to them that you don't really care about them in this regard, or you don't, even if it's subconscious, even if you don't mean it, still, I think that was a huge mistake, just like being nonchalant about being late. And the truth is, it is something that I struggle with. It's not just friends. Like if I'm going to a concert or somewhere by myself, I'm late. If I'm rushing for a flight, I'm late. But that's not an excuse, because you have to think about, if you want to have friends in your life, if we want to have friends in our lives, we have to think about how we make the people around us feel. Do they feel secure around us? Do they feel comfort? Do they feel reliability? Do we bring out these positive emotions? Are we causing doubt and anxiety? You know, and it was really bad. Like, people are always waiting for me. It's just terrible. And after a while, people get sick of it. Not realizing that maintaining a friendship is a two-way street. Now, I know this sounds like common sense, right? Like, we all know this. We are supposed to do this. But honestly, sometimes we get so overwhelmed with our own life and our own situation, our own stressors, that we sort of don't realize that we aren't giving as much to our friends in the way that they're pouring into us. And in my situation, I feel like I dropped the ball a lot when I was in nursing school. I mean, I was overwhelmed, stressed, depressed. But that fear of failing nursing school, because I really, really just wanted to do something with my life, and I was so laser focused on that. And I wouldn't go to birthday parties sometimes. I wouldn't go to events that I was invited to that's supposed to be, my close friends. Or if, let's say, a friend called me on the phone and they have a problem and I have a test tomorrow, it is so hard because you do want to meet your goals. And I did want to pass, but I'm like, I know this conversation is going to be an hour, but they also need me. I'm not going to lie and say that I wish I had talked on the phone instead of studying for my test. But I think making an effort and saying, hey, maybe I can give you 10 minutes right now, and then after my exam or in 2 days, I'll FaceTime you or something like that. But I never made any of those efforts. It was just like, I gotta study, and maybe communicate what's going on with me so they understand I'm not just ignoring them in that moment. I am really going through it right now. No matter what's going on, if we want people to be our friends, we have to be prepared to be friends to them as well. Expecting your friends to either buy your product or service or join your new business or support your new venture that you're going into. I mean, after all, they're your friends. They're supposed to support you, right? Wrong. I don't believe that they're supposed to support you. You can propose to them what you are getting into, but I think they have a choice. I think it's totally up to them whether they want to contribute or join or support. And I don't think we should put that pressure and that burden on people. So, true story, I did this. Back in 2009, I joined a multi-level marketing company. Oh yes, I was recruited. Yay. And I thought I was gonna make millions of dollars and be wealthy and climb up the ladder. And I was all over the place with this, trying to recruit everybody I knew, trying to recruit all my friends. And because I believed it so much, which is good, whatever, like if you believe in something, but I was convincing them like, oh, you need to do it too. But people have free will and people have choice. And I feel like I pushed a lot of people away because anytime I go out or I'm hanging out with them or I'm at dinner or anything like that, it's all I'm talking about. I would think, no one ever really expressed this to my face, but I think they got uncomfortable because now I'm looking back, I would get uncomfortable. I'm not saying that you can't ask your friends for support. You definitely can, but don't pressure them and definitely don't make them feel bad if they say no. Not realizing that there are different types of friendships. There are close friends, there are casual friends, and there are acquaintances. And not everyone want to be your close friend. Even though you might meet someone and you might hang out and you might have fun, you chat, you laugh, and you feel a good vibe, it doesn't automatically mean that that person want to be your close friend. I used to think so. Oh, we get along, so why not? We're friends, we're cool. But not really. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. For example, some people, they want to be by themselves or they have different plans or they have different goals. Let's say, for example, when I go out, I like to eat, I like to drink, I like to, do different things like that. And maybe someone's trying to lose weight. And every time they're with me, I'm deterring them from their goals. That's just one example I can think of. But, maybe sometimes we get along with someone at work. And for example, we have lunch together and we have a good time, we chill. That doesn't mean they want us texting them or calling them when we're not at work. So I think I may have overstepped a few times, not realizing that different people can be in different categories, and that's okay. Hi. My name is Latoya, and on this channel, I basically tell you my entire life story in hopes of making positive changes together and turning our lives around. I'm creating a space that is safe, that is stigma-free with no bullying, where we can come together, we can create friendships, and for you to be able to meet other like-minded people, and we can overcome loneliness together. Hop on over to Patreon. The link is in the description. I'm also going to be posting more videos there that is sort of exclusive and not going to be on YouTube. So come on over after the video. I hope to see you there. Not realizing that some people won't be in my life forever or for a long time. In my opinion, life occurs in different phases and we meet new people along the way. For example, growing up in Jamaica, childhood was a phase. Growing up in Dallas, preteen, teenage years in high school was a phase. Moving to New York, working in TGI Fridays was a phase. Working in a nightclub was a phase. Living in a certain apartment, having roommates was a phase. Going to nursing school was a phase. The thing I think I didn't do, I didn't keep making new friends because I just thought, oh, I have my crew, we're good, we're friends. And I just kept calling the same people to hang out, going to their house, and not really making an effort to get close to other people. Yeah, I might talk to other people, but was I getting close to other people? And it was not an intentional thing. I just think I got comfortable with the people that I knew and I was close to. But people move away, people drift apart, people grow up, things happen. One of my old friends moved to California years and years ago and have 2 children now. One of my old best friends moved back to Ukraine years and years ago. So just because we are super close and tight one day or one year doesn't mean this is how it's going to be 5-10 years from now. So I think it's healthy to continuously expand our social circle. You know that song? What's that song that's coming to my mind? I think it's called No New Friends. Oh my God, I hate that song. If you are someone that's making lifelong friends, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. But not every person is going to be a lifelong friend. So I think just being open to meeting new people and having more people in our life is just healthier overall. And I wish I had done that. I want to point out that this is not about looking back and having regrets and feeling sorry or feeling bad or sad. Yes, you might have those emotions, but this is more about assessing, learning, and growing. So I hope that this helped. And if you think there are any points that I missed, please go ahead and write them in the comments below. I look forward to hearing what you have to say and hearing your feedback.